Welcome to another little podcast with me, little lady next door. Lavender and Sapphire here. Hey, you guys. How you all doing? Come on. You love watching me play, don't you? Mwah. Come on. Mwah. Let's actually check that we are broadcasting. Now live on my channel. Part 4. Be compute. Right. Okay. Today we are going to be advancing with the fishing quests. My inventory is okay. There we go. Fishmonger Blues. Donu Hanu's shoulders are slumped. You're the fish I ropely introduced. Perfect timing. I've got good news. You, my friend, have just inherited the deed and rights to Fish Fancy's Dono Hanu. Yeah, I jest, lass, I jest. It's just, my little shop here seen better days, and I worry old Dono Hanu's run out of tricks to keep her afloat. Fish Fancy's Dono Hanu doesn't deal in your everyday mackerel and haddock, you see. No, we deal in danger, drama, dreams. Our fish are outstanding in the waters. Fancy catches all. Of course, not everyone shares our taste for the exquisite. The average Turani wants something familiar on their dinner plates, so local fishers tend to throw their fanciest hauls right back into the ocean. Can you imagine dismissing a fish simply because it's got too many teeth or has eyes in concerning places? Needless to say, I snatch up whatever odd fish the fishers can't untangle from their nets and sell it myself. With little result, I'm afraid. I spend my days floundering, and not in the fun way. I've all but resigned myself to mongering for the masses, but I feel like meeting you here today is a sign to keep chasing in my dreams. Assuming you're here to help me fish check to my troubles, that is. You had me at fish. Thank you, lass, thank you. Can I taste some of them? Dono Hanu, Dono Hanu. Might I borrow you for a moment? There's a man asking about a fish down at the pier. I like the sound of that. Seeing as you're officially my partner now, why don't you come along? The pier's just there. Never seen him before. Hello? This lad here is in search of an unusual sort of fish. I reckon you'd be the one to ask. So you're Donohanu of Fish Fancies, Donohanu. Please, I need your strongest fish straight away. Hold your horses, lad, and start from the beginning. A strong fish? 100 pardons. I didn't even introduce myself, did I? I am Pasheni of the Wallachie. Ours is a small community in Dawntrail, so you may not have heard of us. We have long upheld a close relationship with nature, as it blesses us with wild creatures who bequeath magics upon us. Oh, Martin taught me all about the Wallachie. Oh, you know Martin? Then you must have heard how mastering our magical arts, I believe he fondly called it blue magic, is a rite of passage for all Wallachie. Now more than ever, I need to prove my worth and help ease my people's suffering. Unfortunately, despite my every effort, I have only been able to grasp one technique, the manipulation of piscary energies to form phantasmal fish. This solitary link to the Wallachie magic was bequeathed to me by a seabird. Limited through my abilities may be, I am determined to hone them to a strength unrivaled by any, and thereby defeat any creature in my rite of passage requires. Every enemy has a weakness, and I must be a fish that can exploit each one. It's simply a matter of finding the right fins for the job. Which is why for my first trial I seek a strong fish, one capable of felling a giant, leathery toad. Well, that's about the most thrilling thing I've ever heard. You're a godsend, lad. A dream come true. He says he needs something strong, bold, brave, a fish that isn't tilapia. Come on, it's back to the fancies with us. Once I've thought up the right fish, I'm counting on you to go and catch it. What a glorious night! I can't wait to find us a mighty swimmer. So many beautiful fish. Imagine, of all the fishing docks and the ports in the world, Pasheni walks into ours. I've heard the vague rumour about mages up north who pull energies out of critters, but I had no idea they used fish. Though it sounds like the lad's a bit of an eccentric even among his own people. All the more reason to help him. We odd fish have to school together after all. Now let's see. He needs a strong fish enough to defeat a giant toad. The skin's bound to be thick, so maybe if you use a... No, too brittle. Give me just a moment. So many beautiful fish. When wishes are fishes, Donohanu is swimming in ideas. But of course, the answer is obvious, Elita. I can call you Elita, can't I? Pasheni doesn't need strong, he needs sharp. To wit, the king puffer. Its blade-like spines are sure to deflate any toad like a defective jiggle. I don't pretend to know how Pasheni's magic work, but so long as the lad needs a fish, we'll deliver him a fish. In fact, it's deliver him several. You can never have too many fish. That's the Fish Fancies Donohanu motto. So on with you, lass. Buy yourself some crimson lugworms from Bayside Bevy, and cast your line at the high tide harbour. As soon as you've reined in some kings. Hurry back. We can't keep our friend waiting. I came to Tulio because I heard you can find anything here. I'm grateful for any help you might be able to provide. The waters of High Tide Harbour are teeming with king puffers, and they all love crimson lugworms. A satisfyingly spherical and perilously prickly fish native to the waters of Tuliola's harbour. Crimson lugworm, here we go. Crimson lugworm, it's the base of everything. Crimson lugworms, find those crimson lugworms. Crimson lugworms, crimson lugworms. I got them crimson lugworms ready now. Actually, I should probably buy some of them. Fished up the sun. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I have a little fishy, I have a little fishy. Come on, little fishy. Do, 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 do. Come on, fishy, come on, fishy. New fishing? Yeah, there's new fishing. Time. Let's cook this bread. Come on, fishies. Need one more blue pepper. King pepper, rather. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. Shoot, come on. No! Give me my fishy fish. Please, just one more fishy. Oh, come on. Ouch. Ah. Come on. Anyway. I can't too but hard to find anything here. I'm grateful for any help you might be able to provide. The waters of high tide harbours are teeming with king puffers, and they all love crimson lugworms. Flawless! The spines of true monarchy! Passioneel, no doubt, puffed with pleasure. Behold the majesty of a king! So don't let the winsome rounders fool you. King Puffer's a notorious netwreckers, a menace, dead or alive. What an incredible specimen. I've never seen anything quite like it. Then may I partake? Of course, lad! These are your fish to use however you like. You said you were pulling magics out of them, right? How's that done exactly? By eating every piece of it, spines and all. Meaning no disrespect, but you'd best rethink that notion, lad. You try and eat that fish and it'll gut you out from the inside. It's the only way I can acquire my magics. Rest assured I've come prepared. As I mentioned previously, my only grasp of Williquee magic is upon the slippery and scaled. Where the rest of my brethren must master many techniques, I must master many fish. The method is simple. I eat a fish in its entirety, then I call upon it at any time. Most Williquee can only summon a single species, you see. The more I eat a particular fish, the stronger our spiritual affinity grows, so I am prepared to consume as much as necessary. To this end, I have spent many a moon studying the culinary arts, that I might prepare any and all fish for complete and pleasurable consumption. Any fish? Even fancy ones? I sell the occasional anchovy for my customers to munch on while they browse my better beauties, but if folks are only looking for a feast, then we make them the fanciest feast they've ever seen. Pashine, you've got to teach me how to cook. In exchange, me and Elita will find any fish you need for the rite of passage. You'll have more trials to overcome than one spongy old toad, eh? Indeed, I will. Thank you, Donahanu. I couldn't ask for a happier arrangement. Likewise, my lad. You'll be needing a kitchen, won't you? Or did you have a place in mind? No place in particular, I admit. My only aim was finding suitable fish. The rest I assumed would fall into place. Well, you're welcome to use old Donahanu's kitchen in the resplendent quarter. Nothing glamorous, but more glamorous than nothing. Your generosity is limitless. Then, without further ado, allow me to prepare these wonderful puffers you've caught for me. Where'd I go? And there you have it. A king puffer soup garnished with deep fried spines. That was divine. You really ate those spines right up. You cut some wonderful specimens. Already I can feel their energies taking root within me. I must familiarize myself with new fish before I can use them in battle. If you'll excuse me, I'll find some quiet corner in which to do so. Of course, of course. May your king serve you royally. Now I suppose we wait. Fancy a quick fish? Donohan is pleased with your efforts, consider you a friendly fish finder. scaling up demand. Just like you, Donahan is awaiting Pashini's return. Pashini should be back at any moment, I'd wager. At least, I hope so. Apologies for the wait. I believe I've mastered my command over the King's proper phantasms. Their spines were able to pierce a wooden mannequin with ease. They should go straight through a giant toad. My rite of passage will demand much of me. However, I will need an arsenal of fish before attempting it. Among my marks will be a gargantuan tortoise with a shell as hard as stone. Tell me, Donahanu, do you know a fish sturdy enough to combat such a foe? There's no fish sturdier than the Yokoi Pilico. Their scales are as good as armour, if armours were good as their scales. You can find them in the water as Hanu, and they can't resist a honeybee on a hook. Off you go now, Elita, to close down my uka with you. Thank you, Elita, I appreciate your help. A fish sturdy enough to shatter rock will doubtless be useful outside the hunt as well. Breaking stone, molten clay, those are countless ways I might support my community with it. The Yokoi Blakos should be swimming in the waters near Hanu. Cast in some honeybees and soon you'll be swimming with the Yokoi Blakos. The freshwater fish has scales enduring as the Yokoi's architectural legacy. There we go. fishy. Fishies. Fishies. Come on! No, got quite pickles. You're quite pickle! Come on. Why are we getting the poo-poo sleeper? Poo-poo sleeper! Come on! Give me the fishies! Give me that fishy! We need the yokoi pickles! Yokoi pickles! Pick up, please! And we're off. Two more fishies. Two more fishies. poo sleeper. Why? No, we don't want the poo sleepers. No poo sleepers. Come on. Oh. Come on. Can I just get the fish, please? I wait for that to reach the 50. Should save me a lot of time. Little piece of shit. 2, 3, 4, 5. You did that on purpose, didn't you? Come on. I can head back A fish sturdy enough to shaft grow out would does be useful outside the hunt as well. Making stone, molds and clay, there are countless ways I might support my community with it. The yokoi plecos we should neither swim in the waters in hand. Cast in some honeybees and you'll soon be swimming in yokoi plecos. This freshwater fish has scales and ruins the yokoi's architectural accuracy. Firm, very firm indeed. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you just handed me solid ore. What do you think, Pashini? Elita outdid herself if you ask me. By neither beak nor talon, as we say in Okahanu, nothing cracks a yokoi pleco without its say-so. Perfect. I dare say I shall need the chisel. Just look at all this plump meat. Enough for me to get the energies I need, and then much more. Would you both care for a bite? The soft parts here. As rich as any terrestrial game, wouldn't you say? What's more, the shell serves as a natural seal during frying, trapping its subtle flavors inside. You really know your cooking, Pashini. I've never ventured far beyond the hot grill and a sprinkle of salt myself, but having tasted your pleco and all but proofs, for every fancy fish there's an equally fancy recipe. My, that smells delicious. Your fish wouldn't have to be for sale, would it? I came to market on another errand, but that aroma is simply to die for. My apologies, ma'am, but that fish is already spoken for. Nonsense. I have partaken all that I require, so you're welcome to the rest. As for the recipe, it's really quite simple. First you shall need a small chisel. It's working, Elita! The people they're pursuing are pretties. I never gave much thought to recipes, but now I see they sell fish all on their own. And the more fish Pasheni masters, the more recipes we'll have to win new customers. Let's both keep our skills sharp, eh lass? There's no telling what Pasheni will need next. Donahanu is delighted with your efforts. He now considers you a firm fish finder. Welcome to Fish Fancies Donut. Oh, Elita, it's good to see you. I've been helping out around the fancies from time to time. It's the least I can do to repay your and Donna Hanu's kindness. Big body, big beauty. Donna Hanu hums happily as he contemplates unusual fish. Elita, I have good news. That customer who bought our spare Yokoi Flecko has been telling all and sundry what a treat they are. Business for fancies is, well, not booming per se, but much better than usual. I'm glad my culinary techniques could be of some small help. Thanks to the two of you, my dream feels within my reach, and my training proceeds apace. Speaking of, what's your next on the fish list? Surely you'll need more flippers to guarantee your goals. The next mark on my rite of passage is a gigantic crocodile of inordinate strength. Nothing short of a massive fish will stand a chance, I'd wager. Like that one. The core Piranko, a discerning eye you've got there, lad. Those beauties are on the spelt swimmers of Urupaka, packing 10 tons of fish power for every ounce of fish. Pele fishers are known to throw their rods should they hook one, unless they thirst for a swim downstream. I'd offer you that fellow in the tank, but he's the face of Fish Fancies Donohano. Of all our offerings, Core Piranko sells surprisingly well, likely due to its sheer volume, but Elita here will catch you another one, a bigger one. The fisher who snagged that big boy from Card was the first says it went wild for honeybees. Someone with your arms should have no problem fielding in a few. Probably. You know how to swim, right? Just in case. Hauling a fish the size of your own body is a fisher's fantasy, isn't it? Pack your bee bag, go and pull some core Piranko from around Carver the First. 3 yams of freshwater fish. The face of Fish Fancies Donohano. Yes, I'd say the resemblance is uncanny. facial fish fancies Donahandu? Yes, I'd say the resemblance is uncanny. Holding in a fish the size of your own body is a fisher's fantasy, isn't it? Pack your bee bag and go pull some Piraku from around Carver the First. Here you go, they are in your pocket now. I'm not going to ask how you managed to drag this sheer mass of Corpaco back to Tuliolol. I'm not going to ask, but I would love to know. Now this is the sort of Corpaco you need. Pristine, smooth, shiny and enormous. Are you really planning to eat all of it? Of course, my development demands it. Only by partaking of a fish in its entirety might I come to understand its energies. This applies doubly so for fish of such prestigious body mass. Despite its size, however, I can tell its meat has a mild flavour. A sauce of aromatic herbs should pair well with, and I dare say the head will have plenty of fat to lend a savoury taste. You can tell all that with just a look? Whew! Now that's loving thy fish. But old Donohanu won't be outdone. I'll learn your recipe and pass it on to everyone who buys a Piraku. Just wait till the Pelu get a taste of those aromatic herbs, eh? They might start keeping a firmer grip on the rods. It is my hope that by creating a delicious fish, I might pay respect to the life of which I partake. Preparing and eating this fish will take some time. If you need me, I shall be in your kitchen, Donohanu. And once I have finished, I should be prepared for my rite. Donohanu is overjoyed with your efforts. He now considers you a fortuitous fish finder. A new quest continued story is now available. The Piraku you caught was both delicious and mighty. I doubt I will feel hungry for quite some time. Donohanu's devotion. Donohanu regards Pashini with pride. The time's finally come, eh? Are you nervous about your trials? The prospect of testing my skills in battle is daunting, but so I must if I am to prove my worth as a Wiliqueen. Besides, I carry with me more than phantasms of the aquatic. Your wisdom and elitist tenacity will also steer me true. In keeping with Wiliqueen tradition, one of my brethren will witness my rite of passage. It is a hunt that will take me across the land, but my final stop will be in Uyuyup. I would be honoured if you would come and meet me there, that you might see what I have accomplished. The honour would be all ours, Bashiani. Elita, go on ahead while I close up here. Good luck! Uyuyup, he said. That's in Kozumauka, lass. Go on, I'll be right behind you. We must be early. Hunting is time-consuming work even for traditional means. Might take a tad longer when you're fighting with fish. You made it. I hope I didn't keep you waiting long. A gargantuan toad punctured by the king puffers, a mighty tortoise shattered by the Yokoi plecos, and a behemoth crocodile crushed by a piraku. My comrade bore witness to both my hunt and the passing of these noble beasts. They will be conveyed to our village, whereupon they shall receive proper burial rites. So, you're headed home then. Passed your rite of passage with flying colours, as we knew you would. Not yet. There is another beast I must defeat before I can be accepted as a true Wellacquee. Greater and deadlier than the rest combined, a carnivorous tree with the body of a beast. I know I ought to have told you sooner, but I'm afraid I have no idea about how to say it. Surely even fish have their limits. Now listen here, Pashini. I don't know what your people expect of you, but I've seen how you've dedicated you are to your craft, and there's nothing the right fish can't do, so old Donohanu will get you that fish. In fact, just the other day I heard from a Zabal trader that there's nothing strange and dangerous as lurking out the centres of the Jatikahiti heartlands. Leave this one to me, Elita. I was a bit of a fisher in my youth. I think I can handle one simple catch. But didn't you just say it was dangerous? I'm going after him. Pashiani has always struggled with our people's arts, but few Wellacquee rival him in persistence. There was a time he felt ashamed of his limitations, but the young man I saw today was confident in his abilities. I imagine we have you and your feathered fellow to thank for that. Speaking of which, you ought to follow him to Yaktel. There's no telling what sort of danger lurks in those cenotes. I wouldn't put it past Pashini to attempt something noble but reckless. I will convey these beasts to our village. Pashiani will participate in their burial upon his return. In the meantime, you should make haste to the Jatiki heartlands. Bam 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 bam. Donohanu, are you alright? Elita! Oh, I was a fool! I thought I had it, but my line snapped and stabbed me reeling like some green fisher. But there was no mistake in what I saw. There's a shark in these cenotes. Must have drifted here from the salt by way of underground channels. It was already angry when I met it, and having my hook in its mouth can't have been improving its mood. You've got to catch it, Elita, both to help Ashini and maintain public safety. I used honeybees to lure it from the depths, and it can't have gone far. Hurry before it cracks the hip of another foolish fishmonger. Honeybees, Elita! You got the bee in your bag, right? Always carry your bee bag. Leave Dawn and hand it to me. I will ensure no further harm comes to him. Please don't hand to me as soon as my hand comes in. You're back! Did you get a piece of carp? This enormous creature commutes between Senate and Ocean every day to support its loving family. Or at least it did. I knew at first tug that it wasn't an ordinary fish, but this defies imagination. If I had a cap, I'd doff it, Elita. You're a phenomenal fisher. A fish of this size and strength may be exactly what I need to defeat this carnivorous tree. What luck! Finding one of these in an open ocean would have been a trying task, but now that you've got everything you need to face your final challenge... Anyway, we can talk about this more back at the Fancies. A man needs to be surrounded by his favourite fish if he's to make a full recovery. Oof! I can hardly believe you caught that shark. Your talents are formidable, Elita. Home at last! But at least now Pashini is ready. You okay, dude? The speed and strength of one of the ocean's deadliest predators will serve you well. Only... you'd best make a meal of it soon. Nothing's quite so stinky as a slain shark. Before I do, I must know something. That a shop dealing in very unusual fish should even exist feels miraculous to me, like an answer to all my prayers. Yet you have far exceeded the demands of a fishmonger to assist me, even to the point of personal injury. Why? Well, it is a bit embarrassing to put into words, lad, but like I told Elita earlier, these fish, these big, small, strange, ugly, fancy fish, are my passion. I'll never tire of seeing what sorts of bizarre creatures are swimming around out there. But where I see beauty, some folks see danger. What I consider fascinating, others consider a nuisance. When something like a Sino shark floats into a populated area, more likely than not it gets exterminated on principle. Unusual catches get discarded as worthless all the time. Their worth is dismissed simply because they're different, and that ruffles my feathers. It's our responsibility as fish lovers to honour our catches, each and every one. Only, it takes more than simply loving a fish to convince others of its value. It takes a deep understanding of everything that a fish has to offer. And that I learned from you, Pashini. You're the reason Fish Fancies Donohanu might one day become a shop that gives odd fish a place in markets everywhere. So don't you worry yourself about old Donohanu, lad. Keep your eyes on getting through that rite of passage like the proud Wailiki you're destined to be. Now go on and eat up. That beastly tree isn't going to topple itself. Thank you. I won't let you down. When Pashini is due to return, I'll let you know. Thanks, Elita. Catching breath. The fishmonger's feathers are fluffed in anticipation of Pashini's return. Any moment now, and Pashini should be back with news. There he is! Ahoy, Pashini! The fearless fish fighter! Pray, do not call me fearless, Donohanu. I fled from that vile carnivorous tree, and come here now in disgrace. My brethren reassured me that I may undertake a trial again, but I cannot for the life of me imagine what fish might fell the dread beast. It cast aside the silent shark as though it were a mere minnow. There, lad. We'll find you another fish. Never you fear. In the meantime, let's get something in your belly, eh? Nothing lifts the spirits like a fancy feast. Say, Elita, do you have a permit to travel into Dawntrail? Excellent! There's a fascinating fish in this Draconia that's said to refresh and rejuvenate. Nothing better to perk up our pal Pashini, I'd say. Do you mean the raging Hanu head? The very same. You're familiar with Old Madhead, then? I've never seen one in person, but I've heard they resemble Hanu, and that they might migrate from the water into sky upon maturity. An indomitable fish, a fish of substance. We need 6 of them, Elita. Cross the bridge to Draconia and cast your line into the eastbound Zogger, and don't forget dragonflies for your bait. We're counting on you. Leave it to me. After all the help you've given me, I still failed. I'm so sorry. What could be better than having a fish twin? Toss a dragonfly or two into eastbound Zorger and reel us in some raging Hanu heads, Elita. Between its bright colouring and twisted expression, this cloudfish resembles a sincerely ruffled Hanu. Looks like a goldfish. Did I just pick up anything? One more. One more fishy. Fishy, 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 fishy. Let's grab the fishy. Lots of fishy. That's not that fishy. Alive. After all the help you've given me, I still failed. I'm so sorry. Well, it could be better than having a fish twin. Toss a dragonfly or two into eastbound Zorger and feel us in some raging Hanu heads, Elita. Between bright colouring and twisted expressions, Cloudfish resembles a sincerely ruffled Hanu. Well, I'll be finned and scaled. In all my years of mongering fish, I never seen a finer fellow than the raging Hanu head. Remarkably returned. Yes, a fine resemblance indeed. I first heard about the raging Hanu head from a travelling Pelupelu merchant. In virtue of our close ties to nature, we Wellaki are almost always keen to hear of new and unusual creatures, you see. Apparently their eggs are laid in freshwater lakes, but once hatchlings reach maturity, they leap into the clouds by way of waterspouts created by hell snow sharks. At first I thought it odd that Zactoral fish was named for a Yoctorali peoples. But perhaps a traveller like that merchant found its shape reminiscent of a people who left an unforgettable impression, and so fondly named the creature. Be it of Zactoral or Yoctoral, that's a fish that'll soothe your spirits and strengthen your resolve. I'll leave the cooking to you, Pashini, though don't mind me studying your technique as you do. There's a trick to making every heavenly catches even heavenlier. Our customers need to know. Let's have ourselves a raging feast, eh? Dubiously cannibalistic though, may be. Would you care for a serving of raging Hanuhead, Elita? Plate me up, I'm intrigued. Understood. I'll get straight to work. Here we are, raging Hanuhead soup. Delicious, disturbingly delicious. The meat had a fluffier texture than I imagined, a result of its aerial habitat perhaps. Without a doubt, happy is the man who sups upon fresh catches, even if they do look slightly like him. Thanks for fetching us this treat, Elita. Now that Pashiani has got colour in his cheeks, we can see about fishing for his final challenge. Old Donohanu's just got to give it a good think, and he'll be sure to come up with something. Donohanu is thrilled with your efforts. He now considers you a phenomenal fish finder. Though I partook of it for nutritional value, the raging Hanuhead will serve as a great decoy in battles thanks to its bright colouring. An odd fish odyssey. You've never seen Donohanu in such a state of concentration. Ah, Elita! You surprised me! I'm feeling much improved in both body and spirit thanks to you both. I'm glad to hear it, lad. Ready to take up the trial on your trial again? Then we need to find you a fish among fish, with fins that can cut that carnivorous tree to timber. When my sentinel's shark failed to evoke even so much as a flinch, I tried unleashing every fish at my disposal. I think I only irritated it. We might need a fresh perspective then. Elita, what do you think of this conundrum? Pashian can do it. He just has to believe. Nothing more concrete than that. Without a proper plan, Pashini will exhaust his energies before he so much as broken a twig. Hold on! Energies! That's it! All our fish so far have been physically intimidating, but that's not the only measure of strength. For instance, in Yaliusila, Heritage Found, was it? They say lightning energies are thick in the air. Any fish that thrives in such a habitat should be brimming with power. The power to paralyze even the sturdiest beast. Are you up for the journey, Elita? Of course you are. You're now allied to all things aquatic. Now, I don't know the area half as well as the local, so once you arrive up north, ask around. We're looking for big, bad and shocking. When I face that monster again, I will know the true fury of my piscatory phantoms. Those on the outskirts and Heritage Foundation know plenty about the local fauna. Ask around and see what you can discover. I'm sorry I can't offer you more guidance this time, lass, but I trust your judgment. Whatever fish you find and catch will be exactly what Pierre needs. I'll make sure my kitchen is ready and waiting for him. Not many come in search of our full maelstroms. Fewer still leave with one. Find yourself a proper drop in their line and submerged skyline. The full maelstrom developed an ability to store electrical energies within its body, so take care when handling it. If you're lucky enough to hoot one, that is. Amazing how creatures adapt to new environments, isn't it? Anyway, if you're looking to catch a foam sturgeon, you'll need a popper and your patience. Lightning aspected fish. Well, you've come to the right place. I can't remember where exactly, but I once saw a dorsal fin that was crackling with energy. Got shivers just looking at it. Was it by the old city or closer to Everkeep? I can't remember. Sorry, but I work in agriculture. I wouldn't know the first thing about fish, electricity, or otherwise. Did you try the submerged skyline? Where there's water, I wager there's fish. Like I said, I'm a farmer, not a fisher. All I know is that the deep waters beyond the submerged skyline might have fish in it. Hey! I've almost finished all the quests. I'm almost there. Almost freedom. I'm just taking a bath. Yes, got it. I'm sorry I can't offer you more guidance this time, lass. But I trust your judgment. Whatever fish you find and catch will be exactly what Pashiane needs. I'll make sure my kitchen is ready and waiting for him. When faced with shocking changes to its environment, this large freshwater fish became shocking itself. Okay, no worries. Now this is an electrifying catch, Elita. A bolt from the blue. They call it a full nasturtium, do they? And it adapted to the hardships of its environment by skill and dedication. This is a fish to remember, lass. Inspirational. This shall warrant more caution than usual in the kitchen. I've never partaken of a fish so steeped in lightning energies. Already keen on devouring this old fish hole. They say you are what you eat, Pashine, but no one shows it better than you. From you, Donahanu, that is flattery of the highest order. I will gratefully partake of your fish and attempt my trial once more. I hope you will honour me with your presence on the day. This time I will succeed. There's not a place I'd rather be, lad.
charge at them. I am not the man I was. I have all I need to prevail. Great beast of the wilds, by your might, may my worth be proven. Devils in the blue, attend! Full force! Full Mr. John! Great beast of the wilds, I pay homage to your sacrifice. By your might has my worth been tested, and by the fates it may be measured too. Rights will be bestowed upon your body, and by your strength shall I protect our natural world. Remarkable, lad! Well done! Dawntrail Elita, this is all thanks to you. I came to you as a frantic novice, begging for a fish with which to prove myself, and now here I stand, a worthy member of my tribe, confident in my command of sharks and sturgeons alike. How can I ever repay you? I am pondering the same, Bashini. How can I ever repay you for the recipes, for teaching our customers the flavours of fancy fish? Thanks to you, our piscary pals have a place in the market. Fishers are bringing me all sorts of catches now, finding value where they didn't think to look before. Soon Fish Fancies Dawntrail won't just be that queer little stall in Waramakepechi. We'll be the preeminent dealer of unusual aquatic specimens from across the continent. A place where even the oddest fish are welcome. So, you hold your head high, lad, and take your place the full-fledged Williqui. You'll always have friends waiting for you in Tuliolal. Fish Fancies Dawntrail, she lives, lass. She pulls a humble profit, and Pagini is gone, and achieves his dreams. You stood by us every step of the way, Elita. We'd both have been lost without you. I hope you enjoyed your time at the Fancies. You had me hooked since the start. Is that so? Then remember that Tural is your oyster, and in her waters are all sorts of bizarre pearls. It's just a matter of finding them. Your skill will continue to reel in the big ones, I've little doubt, and Bashini and I will be broadening our repertoire of the unordinary, so I hope you'll come by from time to time and brag about your latest catches. We odd fish have to stick together after all, and that means you too, Elita, like it or not. Fish Fancies Dawntrail navigate its way to profitable waters, and Dawntrail could not be happier with your efforts. He now considers you the fanciest fish finder. You've completed all of the Waramakepechi quests. It seems Ropley has something he would like to ask of you. Pay him a visit by the market's entrance should you wish to hear him out. Elita, good to see you. I'm happy to report that our fancy fish are still selling, and our stock has never looked odder. Just today we got another strange catch, which means I'll need to broaden my repertoire of recipes again, just like Pashieni taught me. I haven't heard from him recently, but I suspect our Willikweet's friend's doing just fine. No news is good news after all. Appreciated value. Roleplay is gladdened by your presence in Waramakechi. Well, if it isn't Elita, come to sample the fruits of your labour. These shops have gone from failing to flourishing. And with business booming, a delightful little idea has been simmering into the back of my mind. A plan I'd always hoped to put into motion, and now I believe I can. Now that I think of it, your help would go a long way to ensuring its success. Might you be willing to hear the particulars? Ah, but the middle of a clamorous market is no place for such conversation. Would you wait for me at the Gornatuk Gleam Sands? Meet me at the Gleam Sands. I'll be along just as soon as I find someone to stand in for me. I have nothing else for him yet. My apologies for the wait. Time is pell, as they say. Let's not waste a moment more. As you know, our country has endured much in recent times. The right of succession had scarcely concluded when that dome appeared in Usulani. Then came the invasion, and the former Dawn servant was slain. Even so, I cannot help but feel this strife has only strengthened the bonds between the peoples of Tural. Why, even the Yokhoi have seen fit to come down from the mountains to visit. More heartening still, the Tuliolin citizens previously thought lost to the dome have been returning home in greater and greater numbers. I can only assume we owe it to the government's efforts to repair the railroad. All of that being said, I think what we need now is a good sale, don't you? Yes, a sale of prestigious proportions to celebrate our nation's melting pot of myriad cultures. After all, what is Tuliolil if not a house of countless beads itself? We'll call it the Waramakechi Appreciating Sale, and invite vendors from across the continent to take part. Doesn't that sound splendid? As it happens, a merchant by the name of Mablu has been travelling around Tural on my behalf, speaking to anyone and everyone who might be interested. Everyone save those still living in the dome, but I feel it'd be remiss of me not to extend them an invitation. Our relationship with them is a complicated one, to be sure, but Tural is no less their home than ours. Their presence here would afford us the chance to extend a hand in friendship. Yet I am woefully uneducated about their culture, and truthfully making arrangements for this event has demanded the sole focus of my attention. Which is why I'd like to enlist the aid of someone intimately familiar with the present circumstances. Someone like you, provided it's not too much trouble, of course. None shall go unappreciated on my watch. Thank you, Elita. You might be the most dependable artisan I have ever had the pleasure of knowing. But Warren McKenzie has no shortage of candidates vying for that title. In fact, these fine folks have volunteered to assist with all facets of the event preparations. Ropley's enlisted your help as well, has he? Then we've a veritable army's worth of support behind us. Ropley has assigned me to the Yasuni expedition. I'm glad to be traveling with you, friend. And me! Got my Dawntrail permit! I'm raring to go! While you three are off handling that, the rest of us can put together some eye-catching advertisements for the big event. With quantity and quality in equal measure, of course. I am pleased to say that Zero Monkey has also volunteered to assist with the preparations, though I suspect his motivations lie entirely in the prospect of hearing tales from the dome. In any case, I pray for a sizable turnout. Well then, expedition team, your destination is a settlement found on the outskirts within the dome. Elita, can I count on you to lead the way? Wonderful. Travel safely and report back once they've settled in. As for the rest of us, let's get back to work. Remember, no one is to overexert themselves, for we'll need as many hands as we can get to help customers once sale is underway. Outskirts, here we come! When I said I might soon embark on a journey, I must confess this is not what I had in mind. Nevertheless, I am ready when you are, Elita. With the train running again, I doubt our trip will be especially eventful. But Ulo insisted on tagging along as a bodyguard. Our little cadre is quickly becoming a merry band, it seems. And the more the merrier! Seeing as Machine's in town for a visit, I invited him along too. Now what say we mosey on out? I'll admit it's nerve-wracking to be so far from home, but Uflo has proven reliable in combat. As I have my magics, of course. I knew Yusilani had changed, but this is... How have the Shatona managed to survive out here all this time? I'm a hunter first and foremost, which isn't to say I don't have experience as a guard. Still, it was a relief to have you with us. The desert has my feathers fluffing up something fierce, and now this lightning's got my wings all tinkly. The sooner we finish our work here, the better. Now, how do you reckon we go about asking these folk to join our event? Seeing how different life here must be, I worry we might not see eye to eye. Same as we'd ask any good neighbour. Nothing else for it there. Let's split up and start inquiring. But just know we'll be counting on you to fish us out of trouble if it comes to it. Let's see. I need mount somewhere. Those will do. Oh, Elita, thank goodness you're here. Talks aren't going as well as we'd hoped. You want me to go where? Perfect timing, Elita! I was just asking this fine lad if he would like to come and see Tuliolol, but, sorry, but I'm not sure I want to travel outside the barrier. Granted I was born and raised in Usulani, but I was a child then. I scarcely remember it. As far as I'm concerned, this is my home now. Wait a moment, aren't you the visitor who was asking about fish native to Herefordshire found? What was that about, if I may? This formidable fisherwoman came here at my request and caught a fulmar sturgeon, that I might master my tribe's magical arts. And she managed to hook one. That's no small feat. A fellow aficionado, are we? I tell you what, make the trip to Tuliolol and you're welcome to browse my collection of fish. Fresh, fantastic specimens of fish at Fancy's Donahano. Now that's an offer I'd be hard-pressed to refuse. Oh, why not? Perhaps I'll invite my family along too. Thank you, but before I let you go, I'd love to hear a bit more about the local swimmers. They've certainly become fast friends, haven't they? I suppose I should have expected to find fish enthusiasts in every far-flung corner of the realm. If nothing else, everything appears to be going quite swimmingly now. Leave it to us and we'll see to it that he and his family make it safely to Tuliolol. Now you've got me curious about what lies beyond the barrier. I want to see it with my own two eyes, all of it, fish included. This one's got a discerning eye for fancy fish, let me tell you. Forgetting our mission? Who? Me? No, ma'am. I never dared imagine that the fulmar sturgeon could have led to such riveting conversation. But worry not, Elita. I do believe we can take it from here. Alright, you have my attention. For a blessing, we managed to find someone willing to hear us out, but it remains uncertain whether Master Shunya's efforts will elicit a favourable response. And since it is an appreciation sale for all the peoples of Tyral, naturally the citizens of Alexandria would be most welcome to take part. That sounds like a marvellous idea. I'm something of a travelling merchant myself, you know. From local farm produce to electric ore, I aid in the distribution of all manner of supplies. Perhaps someone among my network of contacts could help me put together a storefront for your event. So the Chateauroyal way of life within the dome is no different than without, centred on the blessings of the land. Blessings of the land? You sound like my mother. Perhaps our way of living is the same, or perhaps not. I've never seen the old Usulani, so it's hard to know for sure. Say, before we worry ourselves with this appreciation sale, why don't the two of us get properly acquainted? I'm sure there's much you could teach me. Oh, girl. Teacher, you misunderstand. I am no expert on this Shatona. I'm merely a visiting Pierre from Orthard. What does that have to do with anything? I suppose to say it doesn't. While Uvlio is undeniably great fun to tease, I must ask you press no further. We need all the able hands we can get to prepare for the sale, and I'm not leaving without him. Fine, fine. In lieu of an apology, I'll make sure to inquire with all relevant parties. I hope we'll meet again at the sale. You can always, do some extracurricular activities with me. I can get better acquainted with you. The expedition team appears to have matters well in hand. That would be a good opportunity time to return to Turiel and inform Ripley of their success. It would appear our negotiations are off to a smooth start. Rest assured, we will work together to see this through to the end. I mustn't assume that Shedtona are identical to my own people, and yet I cannot deny there are no few similarities. Am I merely fumbling for excuses? What is this item I'm going to get as a reward? I see you've returned from the dome. The expedition team is finding success, I hope. Excellent. You have my thanks for overseeing their efforts. While you're at it, would you do me a favour and check on the rest of your shopkeepers? In particular, I'd like to know how Hamika and Zemwani are faring, and I think they'd be heartened to see you. You'll find them processing entrance at the Arch of the Dawn. By all means, go and make your rounds. The others will surely be delighted to tell you of their progress thus far. The shops are closed while I put together decorations for the big event. If you're looking for Pamika, she's handling the paperwork, and Zero's jazz off spreading the word. Elita, already finished speaking with the denizen of the Dawn, were you? I should have known it wouldn't take you long. I heard Pamika would be taking part in the sale, so I've offered to help. Wouldn't want her falling off from all that writing now, would we? Fortunately, Luke Ibu was quite willing to give me the time off. To reserve a stall for the event, you must first submit the proper paperwork. But if you'd like, I can help you fill it out. You need only tell me what to write. By all means, spare me the hassle. But first, are alpacas allowed in the market? Peddlers like myself wouldn't have any business at all were it not for our fuzzy four-legged friends. I see. Let's write in request under special accommodations then. So long as you keep the stall clean, I don't foresee any issues. Thank you kindly. She's very well behaved, I assure you. By the way, what's all this I hear about an establishment serving juice blends? Most days I get by on mate, but I'd love to stop by and have a cup if I find the time. We're currently compiling a catalogue of all the storefronts. They'll be open for business during the sale. I'm sure you'll find plenty that suit your fancy.
I deal primarily in stone sculptures, as well as a tourist traditionally used to carve them. All created in miniature, of course, to fit Tuliolan hands.
Wonderful. Everything seems to be in order. Allow me to fill out a vendor application on your behalf. If you should have further need of my pen to prepare signboards or price tags, I'll be happy to assist you.
That would be most helpful. The script used here holds no meaning to a yokoi like myself.
The sale is shaping up to be a most wondrous event. Would you not agree? A beautiful tapestry of different cultures, threaded together by the spoken word. Which reminds me, I'd love to hear more about your culture. Surely you have a little time between tasks. Zipperwenny, you scoundrel, is this why you volunteered to help? You needn't worry about this, Elita. We're tasked with welcoming all the visiting merchants, and it's been a steady stream thus far. Really, if anyone's struggling at the moment, I fear it might be Zero Ja. She agreed to handle event promotion so we could focus on assisting vendors. You should be able to find her at Bright Bloom Post. We're working hard to ensure the merchants who participate all have to do as little paperwork as possible. After all, we want them to enjoy the event too. Having worked at Zabel Tri, I am confident in my ability to make customers from all corners of Terral feel at home. The key is to find common understanding, be it through careful explanation or apt comparison. Right, so way up there. No. And sweetheart, no. We're going.
Big heart thanks for sweat work of the Landsguard.
I know how hard you folks work every day to keep Terral safe. And I have just the thing to put a spring back in your step.
This event is about giving heart thanks for sweat work of the whole community, and that includes the land guarding. Tell all your fighty friends to come and try Juicy Mix at the Waramakechi Appreciation Sale.
Sorry, Elita, I didn't mean to ignore you. I just couldn't risk losing my momentum. We're handing out free samples, you see, to help promote the sale. Halnerock's been a great help thus far. Almost no grumbling, if you can believe it. I'm a little nervous for our Alexandrian guests to sample our wares though. What if they hate all of our drinks? You've spent some time inside the dome, haven't you, Elita? What can you tell me about the Alexandrian palate?
They have energizing drinks in vibrant colors.
You know, that sounds a lot like Bunawa soda. Maybe they will like my drinks after all.
Cyril Ja will never be a master juice keep while spouting the doubt feels of an amateur.
I beg your pardon. I was merely trying to be considerate of our customers' preferences.
Is Elita ear catching these adult flaps? If it wasn't for a professional stuff seeker, Halneruk, Cyril Ja would give herself belly pains from so much overthink.
Ignore our squabbling, Elita. You've given me the confidence I need to offer my refreshments to everyone who visits Warrior Makechi, no matter where they come from. More importantly, I do believe Raoul Sage and her assistant are building us some rather unique promotional decorations in her workshop. You should go and see for yourself, if you haven't already. Do you think the rest of the expedition team will stay for a meal while they're in the dome? I'd love to get some inspiration for a new juice blend.
Halneruk is eager for dome landers to try Bunawa soda. The fizzy pops alone are worth a taste sip.
Elita, already finished speaking with them, don't I? I should know it wouldn't take you long. Ah, Elita, welcome back. I take it things are going well out in the dome. Glad to hear it. While you've been gone, me and Papani have been rigging up these big old decorations for the appreciation sale. I designed them to resemble dirigibles, like those stationed at the landing to the west. To me they're a symbol of Tuliyola, connecting all our disparate communities in a fashion not unlike the chain of a necklace. Progress has been steady too, owing to Panika's generous provisions of cloth and paper. Now all that's left is to decorate Warren Makechi with our finished pieces. But, well, now that you're here... might you be willing to place them for us? I'd like to use the time we have left to keep building, if that's alright. I think a few more would really set the mood. We really want this to be a success, Elita. Once you've finished, Ropley, let Ropley know we're nearly done here, yeah? Leave it to me. We designed these balloons for easy assembly. Just put them everywhere you reckon will get the most eyes on them. Oh, and tell Ropley once the decorations are in place. Save for a few simplified areas, and the scale of course, I've stayed faithful to the design of the real Driggable. Don't they remind you of cute little birds? How am I carrying 3 of these around? I should not question this. I have magic pocket space. We designed these balloons for easy assembly. Just put them wherever you reckon will get the most eyes on. Tell Ropley once the decorations are in place. Save for a few simplified areas and scale of course, I've stayed faithful to the design of the real Tuco. Want to remind you of cute little birds. Tell me, Elita, how is everyone doing? It seems they're passionate about the sale as I am. I appreciate you checking in on them. Likewise, my preparations are proceeding apace. All that remains now is to ensure that our visitors are permitted entry to Tuiova. Speaking of which, I received word from Shunye that he and the others will be here soon, accompanied by all those who wish to peddle their wares at the sale. Why, I can see that the balloons from here. There's nothing like adding a touch of flair to a busy market, don't you think? If everything keeps to schedule, it won't be long before the Waramakechi appreciation sale is ready to begin. Stay and watch a while, won't you? How about Bunawa soda? The herbs and spices will perk you right up.
Best of all, first-timers can taste the crisp, cold fizzy pops free of charge.
A letter to a relative here in town, certainly. And your luck, we're offering a special discount today. While we're at it, we should tell them of your new home. Any recent developments you want to share? How about a sturdy set of metal boots? We'll have them ready before you leave. And we'll craft them to fit your hands, of course. Quality guaranteed. Now tell me, ladies, which of these fancy catches do you fancy the most? If you're interested, I can teach you how to cook them. Rest assured, I have no intention of closing shop either way, especially now I have a reliable supplier. Did I not hear her invite you in to browse her wares? Have you no interest? Of course I do. She said she's brought a variety of traditional Alexandrian handicrafts and other national exports, but I'm, on duty at the moment.
Oh my god, he just doesn't get it, does he? He doesn't get it!
Oh, Elita, the Waramakechi appreciation sales are a tremendous success. It warms my heart to see so many happy faces, and on both sides of the bartering table. Commerce is a delicate balance between supply and demand, between customers who labour for coin to spend, be it pearl or gil, and merchants who labour to receive it, only to spend it elsewhere in turn. In that way, we are Waramakechi, all of us beads in the chain of commerce. Now, what are you waiting for? This is a golden sales opportunity. Get out there and browse to your heart's content.
Juicy craft classic are Swiss soaring, so Holnerok had better start stuff seeking for more tasty fresh. Good to see you, Elita. I'm happy to report that our Alexandrian neighbours have enjoyed my juice blends, praising their light sweetness. Perhaps I needn't worry about competing with energy drinks after all. Why, there may even be a viable market for my products over there. Ever since we held our appreciation sale, I've received an influx of requests to write and send letters outside of Tuliolo. For me, it's an important reminder that our country is more connected than we often realise. Speaking of the sale, I managed to find the most wondrous ointment for my wrists. I need to only apply a small amount, but the pain of writing but melts away. Might be an effect of the appreciation sale, but we've been getting a lot more orders of late, and all sorts from all folks. Why, hello there, Elita. Have you happened across any impeccably crafted metalworks lately? As for myself, I bought a Hawkeye stone sculpture during the event. You know what they say, to create art, an artisan must live and breathe art.
Fancy seeing you here, Elita. We got some phenomenal catches in stock today, and since Bashini's sticking around for a while yet, I may actually manage to sell them. When I received Dohanahanu's letter about the appreciation sale, my parents encouraged me to spend more time in Tuliolo, that I might broaden my horizons as a proud full-fledged Willopree. I expect there's much to learn before I return home. Did you get a chance to meet with the previous gatherer who worked for the apothecary? We spoke during the appreciation sale, and I was asked to look after Shunye. Is it not passing strange for an employer to be placed in the care of his subordinate? And again, given Shunye's sluggish disposition, I think I can see why. Perhaps we Vieira are not the only culture that views neighbours as family. I wonder how highly I happen to rank in that case. Welcome, Elita. Did you enjoy the appreciation sale while it lasted? Personally, I enjoyed travelling to the outskirts to spread the word, though it could scarcely be called a proper journey. It was great fun. I look forward to my next opportunity. But first, perhaps, I ought to raise Uvio's wages. Like you, he's a worker of tireless dedication, so I dare say he's earned it. By all means, go and make your rounds. Others would surely like to tell you of their progress thus far. So I need to be level 100 to complete this quest. Okie there we go. Truly, it's a joy to know that so many have enjoyed the sale. And to think, were it not for the support of a skilled artisan like yourself, our fair shops might be struggling to this day. Yes, I dare say this event was a gesture of appreciation for you as well, Elita. I hope we can always count on your patronage here in Waramakechi. Add intrigue to your abode with a little piece of the Waramakechi appreciation sale. It's another busy day here in Waramakechi, and we're always thankful for your custom. Be they neighbours or tourists, people of all cultures are brought together by commerce. You too are a precious bead in our necklace, Elita. Never forget that. I think they all say the same thing. Yeah, they do say the same thing. Yep, they all stay the same now. Right, let us go to Imperial. And I can have a look at this item. Where did you come from, Vitra? I've chosen the place to keep this item. Yeah, you can barely see that. I'll screw that away. Yeah, cute. That'll do. They look kind of like a little bird. Right, thank you all for watching. I am going to head off and actually have food or something. 'cause I am absolutely starving.
Bye for now. Mwah.